Today I'm coming to you from a mini suite cabin on board Coral Princess, and in this video I'm going to give you a full detailed tour of this room and also give you some hints and some tips that you might want to think about if you're considering, maybe you are considering booking this exact room on this exact ship, but if not, some bits that you might want to consider if you're looking to book a mini suite on any of Princess's ships. Now, before we get started, what actually is a mini suite? Where does it fall on the category scale? There's a couple of different types of rooms that you can book on a Princess ship. And starting from the bottom, the first one is an inside cabin, which essentially means, long story short, there's no window. So you're not going to get natural daylight, you're not going to see the ocean from those rooms. That doesn't mean they're bad rooms. Personally, they're actually my favourite type of room on a cruise ship, so take it from me, some of them are great. Moving up from inside cabins, you've got ocean view, which, as the name suggests, again, you can see the ocean. Usually through a window that doesn't open. Could be a porthole, it could be a window in the side of the ship. Now, ocean views can be either obstructed or the regular version. Now, the regular one means that you've got a window that looks straight out and you've got a fully uninterrupted view of the sea, whereas the obstructed variant will mean that you could be looking out onto a lifeboat, you could be looking out onto a ladder, you could be looking out onto anything really. But the big benefit being that you still get a bit of natural daylight in your cabin. Now, moving up again, you enter the balcony grade. And again, that can be split in two. So one is a regular unobstructed balcony, and then you've got the obstructed variant, which goes along the same theory as the ocean view counterpart, where I've stayed in obstructed balconies where the view is totally fine. It's just that when you look down, there's a lifeboat there, so it's blocking the immediate water view. But sometimes from bed, you would never know it was an obstructed cabin, so definitely check that out before you book an obstructed or an unobstructed balcony. Now, after the balcony cabin, the majority of cruise lines then put you into the suite category, so they put you into MSC's Yacht Club, or they put you into Norwegian's Haven. But Princess have now got this mid-range room which goes in as a mini suite. And essentially what that is, it's a suite quality of room, but it comes without suite benefits, which I'll talk to you about in a little bit more detail later in this video. But this cabin, you'll see when we take a walk around in a second, is totally different from a balcony cabin. It's way bigger. The finishing in it, I think, is way better quality, but I'll let you make your decision on that when I show you around shortly. And finally, if you wanted to go above this room, you would then opt for a full service suite on Princess, which is a whole other grade altogether. But look, for now, let me take you out into the corridor and show you this room. And the last thing I would say now is that if you find this video useful, if you enjoy it, and if you'd like to see more, please think about subscribing to the channel. It really does help me to bring you more content from more ships. So look, without further ado, let me take you outside and walk you around this very different mini suite. Okay, so today we are kicking off our tour out in the hallway. Now, this cabin is really surprising actually. I haven't seen one quite like this before, where it's as far forward on the ship as you can go. So the room itself is C or Carib 201, which puts you up on deck 10 of Coral Princess. Now, once you've unlocked the door, you head in and you'll very quickly see how this is like a mini suite that you also probably haven't ever seen before. Now, on the right hand side, you've got that walk-in closet as you normally do, and then beyond the mirrored section here, you arrive in the main bedroom. Now, everything looks fairly normal up until this point, until we take a walk way over to the other side of the room. Now, we'll come back and we'll cover the detail of everything over here shortly. But the main point with this room is there isn't a balcony. I've never seen a room that's considered to be a more premium room than a balcony cabin, but you then lose the balcony from it. It seemed very strange to me to begin with, but I actually really like this, especially on colder weather itineraries. This ship, to me, with rooms like this, should definitely be offering routes around, for example, the United Kingdom, where you don't really get weather that you can enjoy going out on your balcony too often. This would be perfect because you get the additional space inside the room. Now turning around to give you a bit of a feel for this space. Now you've got your living room area here and then your bedroom at the far end. Now first of all on the left hand side you've got your first bit of storage. Yes, it's open storage, which those of you who have followed the channel for a while will know that it's my pet hate. However, storage is storage, so that is good on the left. You've then got your television on the right hand side, which that's your one of two TVs in this room that are individually controlled, so you don't have to watch the same thing. You then have this middle section here, which this unit at the top here used to be where the televisions would be, prior to them being obviously upgraded to be mounted onto the wall. And then you've got the area that your bar setup would be with a marble top, and then you've got more storage on either side at the bottom. Now in this section in the middle, if I can figure out how to open it, you've got your fridge, and the bit of advice I always give in these videos is take a bottle of water, take soft drinks or something onto the ship with you, or buy them at the bar and take them back to there so that you've always got something available throughout the cruise. Now as we proceed further across the room, you've got more open storage down below there, then you've got your hairdryer mounted onto the wall, and then in terms of the desk you've got your phone, so that phone can be used to call other cabins. It can also call ashore, but obviously there's a fee for every phone call that you make. And then interestingly, at the corner of the desk there you've got your Australian plug with 2 USBs, and then you've got your other plug points there as well. Now moving down underneath the unit, you've then got your clickable drawers, so yep, if the ship's rocking at night, they will stay firmly shut, so don't worry about, rattling drawers waking you up if the ship is swaying a little bit. With this being so far forward, that's really important to note actually. You probably will get a good bit more motion in this room than what you would elsewhere on the ship, so definitely one to be really, really mindful of. Now as we go over to this side of the room, it's probably worth pointing out actually that the setup here with the drawers is exactly the same as the other. The lights on top of your cabinets there, they actually don't move, so they're fully fixed on, so yeah, there's nothing you can do with that table. Now spinning round, heading out to the storage area, you've got a little handy table on the left where you can put like your medallion, you can put your phone, you can put your camera, anything that you would need to just come and go in and out of the room with. And you've got loads of mirrors here, so if you need to check your outfit or you need to check whatever before you go out, then you absolutely can do that here. Now turning the corner, we arrive at this open storage area. Now in terms of is there enough storage in this room, I absolutely think there is. I always think on a princess room there's loads of storage. If we go in here, you'll see that you've got all your shelves, you've also got your safe that's included in the fare, and then at the top here you'll also see that you've got your life jackets in this cupboard as well, which hopefully, touch wood, you won't need them, but it's always useful to know where they would be kept if you did. Now anyway, heading into the bathroom. The bathrooms of mini suites, I actually do really, really like them. You've got your 2 hooks on the back of the door, which that seemed to be universal across all of the cabins that I had a look in on this ship. You've then got a really bright, really airy left hand side there with a huge big mirror the whole size of the wall, and on the right hand side you've got your full size bathtub, which actually I'm just over 6 foot tall and that bath would have been absolutely fine for me. Now it is worth noting that the shower head in here, you'll have seen it at the top there, we'll show you now. It is a fixed shower head, so it's just one height, but again 6 foot and wouldn't be a problem. And you've then got your washing line above your towels there, so if you do need to wash anything you can get it dried, no bother. Now in terms of storage on this side, you've got this open shelf at the bottom, and then you've also got your individual glass shelves on the right hand side there as well. Now in here you've also got your plug for your shaver, so again, absolutely not an issue from a plug point perspective. Now heading back into the room, I want to just take you all the way over to the other side of the room, but first of all, air conditioning. So the setup in here is hotter, colder, the fan is generally speaking on all the time, but I didn't have any issues with it in my room at all, they were pretty quiet. And just heading over, we're just going to head over and have a look out the window now. You will know this room is right at the very, very front of the ship, but it's an absolutely cracking room. I would really enjoy a cruise in here. And that's it, that's a really quick tour of a mini suite grade room on Coral Princess with no balcony. So yeah, I hadn't seen this type of room before, but if you have, let me know in the comments if you've cruised in here. Did you enjoy it, or would you rather have had the balcony? But yeah, for now, look, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks, guys.